Hey everybody, it's David, Marketing Manager at Thera Wellness. Welcome to Project Time Trial Week 6. As you may remember, last week we tried adding 2 second chakra programs to the program sequence that got me my PR to see if they could help improve my core strength so I could maintain a more aerodynamic position. So we're going to repeat that this week, since last week I was doing pretty well, except for some inconvenient cars that led me to take some really bad lines. So we're going to go into program number and we'll do 3760 and 3761. These are the menstrual relief programs that we found by accident, helped a lot. And then we'll add our second chakra programs, 142.8 and 242.8. And then we'll add our final 2 muscle release programs. These are 151 and 3746. And with all these ready to go, we'll hit enter again. And then we'll go into channel 2 and categories. And now we're going to scroll down until we get to musculoskeletal system. And then we want neck relief and release. With all that ready to go, I have previously loaded the chip tray with a pendant and 2 chips. And now, going to be the picture of elegance, and place these 2 applicators, one on each thigh. Okay. Now that we're all ready to go, I will hit the channel 1 button to start the session. I'll see you on the course.
Ready?
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're off. Conditions today are cool, but a little windy. So we'll see how that affects things. Going up this first hill, people are of course cheering me on. And I know you see this blurry spot. It's currently next to my left hand. That is a spot of condensation that was on the lens that I didn't notice was there, else I would have cleaned it off. So we are going up this hill. Pace here is fine. Nothing to write home about, but nothing to worry about. We're doing fine. I'm gonna speed up through this, the worst part of the course, as I've talked about before, just to get up to this right here. And up here, we're doing fine. Again, power numbers are pretty good. This is kind of where I like to be for this section. For what it's worth, my functional threshold power is 213 watts. So we're in full anaerobic at this point. As you can see, there's not a lot of sun. The color grading we've done makes that a little hard to see, but we're moving along. This part, I'm putting in good power because I noticed I was slacking off as I usually do in that section. We're coming up to another guy out enjoying the weather in the park. I'm going to unfortunately, I can't really draft off him because he's going too slow, but I'm able to take a really nice line here. Thankfully, there were no cars coming the other way, so I was able to take a really sharp turn and avoid all of the awful road imperfections that are in the right side. So we'll speed up a little bit to get to the next important part. And coming here, we are up this steep bit right here. This is where things start to go wrong. I climbed this hill fine, and up to now I'm doing, nothing amazing, but nothing problematic. But little spoilers here, from the top of that steep rise to the top of the course, I don't do well. This is, I was, I think, 10, 15 seconds off my best time on this section. which we needed to be doing better than that. Could be my legs weren't in it, could be mentally I wasn't in it. Hard to say, but not really good. Still putting in decent power, but just not as fast as I should be. So fast forwarding, we're going to take you to the top of the hill. Take a right on this fork. And then coming up. Now we are close to the top. This section, it's always a struggle because you know the top of the hill is close. You just need to pedal hard for just a little bit longer. There I am checking my watch. I thought I hit the lap button to start the time trial this time, but I guess I didn't press it hard enough because it didn't go. So we can see the time now that we're reviewing the footage, but in the moment, I don't know how fast I'm going. So I check my watch there to get some rough estimate. Now we're over the top of the hill, shift into the large chain ring. We're shifting into some harder gears and we're zipping along into the drops. And we've got our first sharp turn of the day. And I did that, and there's no such thing as perfect, but as close to perfect as I believe I can do. That was really good, maintained some good speed. Now we're getting back up to it. These cars pass. Now I'm going to pass these individuals who are enjoying a nice day in the park. And thankfully, there are no cars at this intersection. So I'm able to just rip through and keep up the pace. We're going to fast forward a little bit. And then coming through here, I am moving pretty fast, as you can see. And thankfully, I'm able to maintain my aerodynamic tuck. And you can't really tell because of the way the camera lens works, but my arms are really close to horizontal, as close as you reasonably can be. And that's just, the most aerodynamic position I can be in while still maintaining good control on the bike. And you can see the pace I'm putting here. It is fast. And we're going to get through the roughest section of the course. And we're coming up on our last little sharp descent before the turn onto Ross. So I'm going into the drops. And then we'll brake early and take a nice wide line. And what a perfect turn. That is probably the best I've ever taken that turn. So once again, we're off to the races. Coming up here, you will see me just in a minute. Coming around this turn. And again, still maintaining my good, proper aerodynamic body position. And we're able to hit some nice high speeds here. Just in a moment. You'll see me check my bike computer, and yes, I did not hit the lap button properly, so I don't know what time it is. We're going to shoot along here for a bit. Little bits and turns before the climb. Maintaining good speed, but right about here, the slope starts to creep up. And you just need to put in a last big effort to get up and over it so you can get onto beach. Doing pretty well. A little bit of spoilers. This is the fastest I have ever done the middle third of the course. I think it was just down to those turns and really just doing a good job staying on the pedals, putting down the right amount of power, and rocketing along. So we're coming up over the last turn on Ross, then up over the top of the hill, and then we're gonna shift into some harder gears, and we are off. So coming into this last sharp turn, we're going to get into the drops, and I've been learning, so I start braking early, and then take a nice wide line, and then turn in. And Perfect. Again, beautiful turn. Thankfully, there are no cars coming, so I'm able to go over to the left side of the road and avoid all the road imperfections on the right. And we're getting there. And then we have a nice little turn onto Beach Drive here, nice and sharp. And you see a bit of road debris here. That's just because we had a storm recently, and the park rangers were busy cleaning up down trees. So we are into the Aero-Hoods position. This is the most aerodynamic I can be on my road bike, and still maintain some modicum of control. And thankfully, I'm able to hold this position for much longer than last week. You can see me doing that. Shifting some gears a bit. This is some evidence that the sacral chakra programs are doing what they're supposed to do. And we're moving along. There is a police car coming up ahead. I don't know what he's doing. I hope everybody's okay. Still in my Aero-Hoods position. We are shooting along. And coming up, we're going to hit my favorite section of the course. Moved out of it for a little bit more control and to give my triceps a break. Now we're moving along here and get back into the Aero-Hoods position. See the lovely Rock Creek to our right. And we have a little bit more to go. Put in the power. You can see my speed here. It's pretty good, but it's a little slower than I need to be by about 2 miles per hour. I really should be peaking at like 26 miles per hour here, but I only peaked at 24. So, and this should be like 22, 23. Again, this is one of those, I don't know, my legs aren't in it, my mind's not in it. Hard to say, but coming into this turn is a fun little left hook where you can just keep up the pedals and lean. And you bring it around, and then you've got this nice sharp right turn up onto the stone bridge, and a little squeeze of effort to get up over it, and you can just shoot out of this like a slingshot. This is a fun turn as well, because you just pedal as hard as you can and lean, and it sorts itself out. So skipping through the next bit, we're going to come to the last turn of the course. And you can see the time, I can see the time. This ain't good. Coming up to this last turn, we've already passed my personal best time. And then we come up on the sidewalk and cut through the grass. Really about as good as I can take that turn. And now things are going to get rough because the road is rough and I am putting in everything I've got. So here's just a hard sprint. Sorry, the camera shakes so much. Going, and there. That's the end. Official time was 16:24, which is not good. That is, I think, the worst I've done on this course to date this year. So, yeah. There's been 2 disappointing weeks on this new program sequence, so maybe it's time to go back to the drawing board, change a few things.
Hey everybody, a bit of an update from a few days later. My bike is very much in commuter mode right now. But yeah, this is the source. This was why I was slow the last 2 weeks. I saw my bike fitter for a follow-up just to make sure everything's good and where it should be. And I had loaned this bike to a friend to test ride, and I had moved the saddle down. And then I just kind of guessed when I put it back. I didn't actually measure, and it was about 1 inch low. So yeah, that's probably the source of the slowness. We will be back next week to try it again. And if I'm still slower, then we'll go back to the drawing board. So thanks. Thanks for watching. Measurements are important, as are ergonomics. They can make a big difference. See you next week.